What did you say?
Hey, Artyom, what are you doing back in Venice again? Ah, Pavel, I'm just looking for a teddy bear. Okay? Okay. Hello, this is Barani, and I'm playing Metro Last Light. And I
Good stuff, ain't it?
did some live commentary recordings, and then I ended up in a place where I didn't want to end up. And that was a place where I did not have any filters left for my gas mask on the surface, and almost no ammo. So thought to myself, just go back to Venice and get that teddy bear for that little man.
Here's your drink.
And also drink 3 bullets because you can, and see what happens. And then I started to do this a little bit more better, good way modus than the way before, and I managed to make it about on the surface. Bam. So look at what happens when you drink too much. That's a life lesson, kids.
Come on, get that bottle up there!
Enough talk, I say. Daniel, put on some music.
Come on, come on!
I don't even know what that was. You wake up with, looking at that old lady or whatever it is, whatever she or he was, and then there's this familiar setting. Hungover at the morning, blackout in your brain, and pigs next to you. That's a situation everybody is accustomed to, I think so. And then I went back to the bar and saw what I did.
Everything trashed. Everything. Now I gotta fix it all. I should have sent him away at once. That greed got the better of me. Fool. Furniture. Tables. Chairs. Who knew he'd be so crazy? What do I do now? The boss is gonna kill me now. What do I do?
Poor bartender man.
What do I do now? What do I do? What the hell do you want here?
How could I possibly help him? With 100 military-grade bullets, that's not going to happen considering my finances, which are another story for another day, which totally cannot be explained actually, because I don't know where everything is gone. I never bought anything, still I have nothing, so I must have made some pretty bad decisions without even realizing. But this one is a pretty good decision. Trying to shoot the critters in order to get the teddy bear. So have a look at how I did this time. And I found out why I was not... I was failing the last time.
If he hits everything.
So first round, pretty self-explanatory.
Alright. It's a deal.
While these guys in the background still communicate whether or not I will hit anything in the first round when it's already over. I'm preparing for the second one. And the thing is, you shoot these first 5 critters and then 5 new ones appear, and I didn't even wait for that to happen. I just turned around and went back to these guys, and that was my downfall basically the last time. So
why are you spoiling my bet?
and then there's a third round where you have to hit 3 times 5 critters, 3 rounds in 1 round. And it's actually pretty easy if you take a weapon with which you don't have to reload after every shot, or at least after some shots. So yeah.
Looks like you might be in for 3 bottles.
You can see that my mouse is on pretty slow settings always, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to play at all, because I'm horrible at these types of games. What did you expect?
Fucking sniper.
This guy does not seem to concur.
That was something.
Here's a special.
So you get 84 military grade bullets, which is pretty close to 100, but I'm still gonna get that guy the money because I paid for his drinks and then something happened that I had no control over whatsoever.
What happened?
I lost my teddy bear! Mom, the teddy bear is back! Where have you been? Were the buns good?
I actually don't want to know where this
Thank
teddy
you so
bear has
much.
been,
I was at a loss.
but
Should you say?
let's not
This
get
person
into
helped
this
your teddy bear come
any
home, so
further.
What should you say?
Thank you.
Thank you. You're a godsend. Simon brought that teddy bear from the surface. Toys are scarce here, as you know. So he grew really fond of it. How about we go home now?
Can I play her some more?
All right, but not for long. We'll go home soon.
So look at Mama. She's doing some creepy things right about in a few seconds. She's just handling in the air with her hands, doing nothing. But yeah, the populace of Venice is, you know, not to be taken in any
Here
sane
it is, the swamp.
way. So we're here again.
Church. You can't see it.
This is where I actually should have
There's a powered
started
winch
this
ferry.
episode.
It needs fuel. You should be able to get some in the plane or in the cache at the gas station.
And this is exactly where we're going, to the powered winch ferry. I hate these
That's
things.
all. Good luck, Artyom.
Especially because I always have to wait for the ferries. They are never at your side of the ferry station. They're always on the other side. Across the water. And that is the big problem, because that's the horde mode situation in these games. You call the ferry and then all the animals and mutants and bad people come and want to give you candy and take you in their van. That's not something you want to happen. And last time I did so horribly while recording with live commentary, because I basically lost my navigation and lost my bearings and whatever you would call it in English, in the language that I'm pretty good at right now. You know, so it took forever. Also, sometimes I just was crouching in a place and trying to shoot this guy down, and it took me like 5 hours, like one filter length. So that's what happened. And then at the end, I didn't have any filter left. Also, I went into the situation without sufficient ammunition, and this time I brought a little more, because you don't find a lot for the weapons I have. It might also be that my weapon choices are pretty bad, but who cares? Whatever, man. This way we want to go first. This little like hut on top of the stilts, and these are the enemies over in this place. And I hate them. And you see me handling my most powerful weapon. I actually really like this weapon, and it's pretty good. If you like hit their bellies in an unprotected way, because they always put their armored claws hand thingies in front of their bellies, and also their heads are armored, which means I'm always trying to shoot between their hands, hit their bellies, and it never works out really as much as I want. So. It takes some time and a lot of bullets to kill these guys. They are faster than you also, so they are pretty mean enemy types in my book, and I don't like them at all. And I got this weapon that I was just talking about, and I was just using with a telescope, which is pretty nice, I think. These little guys, they have... They pose no threat, but why let them live? They would just grow up to be big. You know what I mean? So yeah, we are walking around, finding our way, or not at all. I'm taking my time here because I want to find a lot of stuff, because I ran out of it last time, so I didn't want to repeat my mistakes. And also because these shrimp man guys, which are armored all over the place and pretty heavily, pretty ass-beavery in a way, They come at you if you step into the water or be too loud and shit. So yeah, kind of wanted to keep a low profile. Oh, and that's Mother Shrimp. Look at her. She's showing her ugly face for the first time. And I'm kind of running away, and it is a successful retreat because these guys are not following me anymore. Yeah, maybe you can see why it's hard to navigate around. I mean, you could just take a fixed point at the skyline and go to this point, but then the water would be in the way, and you always have to circumvent the water, circumvent. I don't know what the word is, or could be, or even if what language I'm speaking anymore. So yeah, which leads to you always having to look for ways around the water puddles in which you would fall, and whenever you fall in the water puddles, totally use your sense of navigation again. So that's great. Yeah, pretty awesome. But what did I wanna say? This was obviously one time in which I have trouble finding my ways. But I think I'll be on my way, which is the right way, in a few seconds. So yeah, on our way. We find a little bit of supplies and chisel, and then there's this metal plank on which you can step and go over, and there's trees and houses, and there's monsters and weapons, and there's hatred and love all together in the world, united because of nuclear powers. Isotopes are conquering our emotional wastelands in a way that nobody would imagine before 2034. So, this is the oil truck, I think you might call it. And the oil truck, I think, is by the gas station. Yes, it is. And where would you be able to find gas? Maybe, possibly, might eventually be a place. The gas station! Excelsior! So yeah, let's look for some gas. And not walk into the Half-Life, roof dwellers. Which are basically a stationary form of the head crabs. This seems to be empty. This seems to be heavy, but not as heavy as it should be if there was fuel in it. That's a weird container, which is not at all fueled by fuel. Fuel. So, unlucky things have stricken our heart. We have to look around again. Yeah, lesson number 1. Here and there, go and sell some of your secondary things like knives, because you find them all the time and you actually don't throw them away, and you lose them very often. And this is what these guys do to you. I hate them. So just shoot them in the guts and have it be done. Look at how badly I am in dealing with these guys. It's pretty ridiculous. I'm always trying to shoot between their claws. I have pretty big troubles. It's totally English. So yeah, having a little retreat and actually not really knowing where to go, which is pretty great if you ask me. And then I see the log, and the log is the way to go. The log promises wealth and happiness. Sorry, I'm drinking my coffee, while doing this, but it's that time of the day. So yeah. And the poor kids in the school bus. You don't want to imagine the situation that led to this school bus wreck. And there seems to be a monster behind me. You know, the thing in this game is you're pretty much all the time surrounded by footstep noises and stuff, because it's a survival horror game, you know, these games do that. It's not an FPS in which you are... Oh, and the gargoyle, look at him, he's a nice fellow, and he tries to find, you know, a place to land and eat his dinner, maybe. And then he spots me. And he has me, oh man, look at what he's doing. He's just putting me back in the water somewhere at this train station, and I will totally lose my sense of direction again. And I just had the plane in view, I think, where I wanted to go. So yeah, I had problems finding my way, which resulted in stumbling around for like 5 to 10 hours. And so I cut that out, and here I am at the log again. And looking for the plane, and it's getting darker, which doesn't help exactly. And then I see the plane and I'm just hurrying towards it because I do not want to be caught by the gargoyle again, which is actually circling over me, I think. All the time. You might hear him and now see him on the computer screen. And that's the plane. It landed on the island, and now the passengers think they are not dead. I think that's what happened. Let's have a look if we might be able to find some gasoline. Well, that one. Well, it wasn't. But this one seems fine. Finally! Oh no, Mother Shrimp! What do you want from me, Mother Shrimp? I don't like your face. Go away. Thank you. Please never come back. I don't think you're popular with me and the ladies. Because I am a lady. Am I? I don't think so. Artyom is a man. A Russian like you would want to see a Russian manly man be. With 3 weapons on his holster and gasoline in his backpack, something. So I just walked into the wrong direction, so I did a cut again. I'm now at the plane again, and I think this is actually the way to go. I needed to have a look around, but I didn't really... I think it is kind of hard to find the ferry thingy. Okay, so I'm at the plane and I'm trying to, you know, refine the direction that I need to head. I know you will probably think this is so easy, Barani. Why the hell do you have so many problems finding your way? But I just do. I don't know. It's in every game. This is just something that is really problematic for me, finding my ways around. In real life too. It's just like in real life, basically. Yeah, and you know, when you can do certain things in other ways, you might be compromised. Your brain just has so much capacities to use for all the things that there are. So some things have to be less developed than others. My sense of direction certainly is one of my poorest things. My English is pretty up there, so you can judge the rest of my abilities, you know, by that. And then look at me trying to fight off the waves of monsters coming at me from the bushes. And suddenly... Oh, I think I'm using military grade rounds again. Oh no, why am I doing this? I now understand how this game works. Whenever I shoot something and it's burning, I'm using up my military grounds. No! military grade rounds, not grounds. No, Artyom, what are you doing? That is not good at all. Not good. I had more than 100 things. Oh yeah, and then the gargoyle comes and Mother Shrimpy Shrimp. Because why not? And I just used up all my monies. That's pretty awesome. Then I fell into the well. That's pretty awesome. This game is amazing, I know. It's like Godzilla. Two huge monsters discover each other and fight. Yeah. So these two had a fight to do and thought to themselves, let this poor ant be for the moment. We will come and get him later on. Someone's spitting his dire spit at me and I couldn't care less because this level is over. I will see you again in the future. Bye bye.